But you can be healthy on the plantation. You can eat organic food right off a master's table. While you look at your niggas, your brothers, they work in the field, right? You sitting at the master's dinner table eating organic apples and oranges? Yes, a master. And the brothers out in the field getting whipped. So we got to say freedom. Not give me liberty or give me an organic apple. Give me liberty or give me death. Y'all hear what I'm saying? That's a serious attitude. That's a serious attitude. Now, of course, we are a conscious movement. We are about healthy eating. But our desire to eat healthy will not turn us into hustlers and exploiters and those who are subject to their economic institutionalization of our people. If we got to choose health consciousness and liberation, we're going to choose liberation with the health consciousness that manifests itself. It's a fact. And in that way, we'll find ways to open up resources for ourselves, which we can't help but to. With the gardening movements or whatever, we'll find ways to open up those resources without being subject. But if we rush too quick into our integrity for the vegan movement, we'll be back in the employment lines. We'll be back in the employment lines. And I'm not getting back in that line.
No, sir.
I'm not getting back in that line. I eat rice. The Asians had to eat rice for their liberation. We eat rice too. That's integrity in nation building. In nation building. Literally. It don't matter what color the rice is. Literally. And if it get to the point where we got to become cannibals and drag Europeans up in here and fry their ass up, we'll be more liberated than working for them eating organic apples. We got to find 100 ways to cook a cracker. Put some soy sauce on his ass. You know what I'm saying?
It sounds disgusting.
It's a reality. It's a reality. But that's more of a gross national product, a surplus. Than apples. You can find more white boys at a huge proportion up north. You can get to one of them before you can still out of the stores. Barbecue one of them up. But I'm speaking metaphorically, of course. But my point is, we're that serious about nation building that we're not going to turn it into a dietary movement. It's a libertary movement. You know what I'm saying? Not dietary. It's not created out of a reaction to the fear of death. Called what I'm going to eat will kill me. You will kill you. By how you react to whatever. It's a fact. You can eat poison, but if you can maintain your composure, you might make it past it. You might make it. And that we learned that with the garlic ritual. Garlic ain't gonna do nothing to you. But if something could kill you, it would be that garlic. From the effect. If you can deal with all that burning and all that in your system, ain't nothing gonna kill you. No time soon. It's a fact. So we gotta build strength on that level to be about nation building. Some people will be too soft and too prissy. Will it be more convenient for them to become a whole fool? Literally. And go up there with them. It's a fact. If you want to get that organic food and all that, get you a job up there in Whole Foods. And work up there with Sarah and Billy. But us, we eating whatever reinforces our revolutionary position. And if we get a hold to some organic stuff, we're going to eat that. Because it reinforces our revolutionary position. So we're going to eat the highest quality of what? What's available.
Right.
The highest quality of what's available. When we can't eat that, we fast. That limit might be different for different people. It might be different. Some people might start fasting sooner than others. Some people might get into some eggs and some milk, some tuna. And some people might start fasting as soon as you start talking about cheese. Depends on the individual. But the point is eating the highest quality of what's available and focusing our energy to make more available for us as a community and not as employees. Make it more available for us as a community. And today we connected with somebody that owned one of these little independent farms in the city. And we're going back to negotiate with them to get some of the vegetables that they have. Because a lot of people in the communities are too good to eat these vegetables. So they just growing it purely for aesthetic reasons. So if we go to some of these people, they will be willing to give us the vegetables. Because the seasons are changing and we can go get them gardens. Because we will eat them. Some people won't take food if it's not coming over a counter with a sticker on it. They won't even eat it. If it doesn't have a sticker that says something, it's not even valuable. That's a fact. So that was my whole point. Even in the temple, we got to learn to eat what's available. If we're not going to do that, we're not about revolution. We're not about nation building. It's simple. Well, my stomach, I can't eat this, I can't eat that. Well, if you was out in the military, what would you say? It's not our fault that your stomach was made like that. But hey, we know we need some people on the front line that can eat what's available. It's a fact. It's a fact. You know, we want everybody to be a part of this, but you got to ask yourself, are you capable? If you cannot eat it, tolerate it, put up with it for what it is, then maybe you're not the one. It's a fact. Because I ate a lot of stuff that I wouldn't eat. I would not be eating that. When we had the temple down the street, I was eating out of canned goods, didn't even cook it. Just ate the food, just ate the beans straight out the can. It's a fact. Drank some snow water. Get some people saying, I couldn't drink that. What could you not do for your liberation, though? Because it could come a time where you will have to do a lot for your liberation, depending on how important it is for you. If you say, hey, I'm not going. You know what I'm saying? There'll become a time where you will really find out what you'll be willing to do. Because you can get a nice meal in prison. But on the run, you might eat a few peanuts. You feel me? It's a fact. So that barrier has to be opened up to what you are willing to go through for the price of your freedom and your liberation. And when I'm talking about freedom, it ain't just a condition, it's a state of mind where you know you're unaffected by limitations and you are not moved and disturbed by illusions, where you have no peace of mind and that your lack of peace is being exploited by the Europeans. That's what I mean when I say freedom. Because some of us are in freedom, but the Europeans still pulling at your mind. And thoughts that are associated with him, hang-ups and all this type of stuff that are associated with him are still pulling up at your mind. The worries and fears that will have been adopted from his society are still pulling at your mind. So even though you have physical freedom, mentally, you're still worried and concerned and in doubt and getting pulled at by him. Because in reality, we are born free. It's the decisions that we make that enslave us. Soon as we come out of our mama's womb, we're already free. It's the contracts we begin to start to make. And ideas we begin to hold as our own become our enslavement. And the quicker we can clean our minds from those ideas, the quicker we become free again. Some of those ideas are behavior patterns, pathologies. Some of them are addictions. And some of them just false notions and ideas, whether they're religious dogmatisms or just social concepts that we just say, okay, that's how you do it. And that's a prison. So until we let those things go, can we experience the reality of freedom, which results in a peace of mind. Freedom means you have a peace of mind within yourself. But if some pastor came to you and hit you over the head Do you know who God is? He just destroyed your peace. Because now you can't sleep worried about God. You didn't have no problem before that. But your peace was disturbed. Now you're concerned about whether you're going to heaven or hell. Somebody just stole your mind and took it over. So until you get all them ideas, cleanse your mind of all that, can you get your temple back? Where you can have safe and peace dwelling within your own being. And some people go from one religion to another to try to create that. But they in the same paradigm. They get one demon out, let another one in. It's the same paradigm. But a child was born in peace. When they start watching television and getting ideas and talking about God and all this and death and all this shit, right? Then their mind was fucked. It's a fact. So we got to get our minds back and return to the pure state of consciousness. And that is self-realization. It doesn't necessarily come through meditation. But you will find yourself in a meditative state when you reach that. And every day is a process of detoxification, of clearing our minds of them different ideas. It got you worried and concerned about stuff that you didn't take with you. You're not taking with you when you die, and you didn't bring here when you got here. But all day you're concerned about this stuff. That means our mind have been taken over. And there is a mental warfare. So I don't care how much wealth, land, and vegetables you get. You will never be free until you get your mind back. And you will never get your mind back till you become a self-realized person. Then you're not associating things outside of you, circumstances, situations, as people, as being the basis of your well-beingness. You can be in peace, period. That's what we got to get back to. Where you have achieved a state of undisturbable peace within yourself. Once you do that, now you can experience anything. Outside of that, you're not even experiencing any things. You're just jumping from addiction to addiction. It's a fact. Some people went from chanting Jesus Christ to chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. The same addiction. People say, well, you don't pray, you don't pray at all? No, I don't pray. I don't smoke weed and I don't pray. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Because the Rastafarians smoke weed to pray. Am I correct? So it's the same type of mentality. You need some type of mold. You're not whole within yourself. You need something. Whether it's chanting, praying, even affirmations. The fact that you exist is an affirmation about who you are. Nothing else said. You know what I'm saying? The manifestation of your existence is affirmative. So you don't even have to make affirmations. The universe hears everything that you are projecting. So to affirm something is to double talk yourself. You see what I'm saying? If you're making these affirmations outside, but you're intertwined and interconnected to everything in the universe before you open your mouth. So your affirmations are already received. Same thing. Affirmation, prayer, all these different things have become dependencies for people who cannot sit still. You hear me? I went to the Hindu temple, I see them with the beads, and I see nervousness. And I see a channel to try to direct their nervousness without being able to find continuous peace within themselves. That's the challenge. Some of them never find it. And those become your dangerous zealots. Because they, instead of neutralizing their nervous energy, they channel it all through the religion. Allah, 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 Allah. Instead of doing that, they should have just found balance within themselves. Right? They get in religion and find Jesus. Jesus, 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 Jesus. All day and all night. I'm going to go pray some more. I just prayed this morning. I'm going to pray again. I'm going to pray again. I said, God, no God is that deaf. But it's a nervous energy that they didn't have to look at it. And the religions accepted it. It didn't tell them, man, you're just a nervous motherfucker. It said, no, you serious. You're a real Christian. You see what I'm saying? It exploited their imbalance versus giving imbalance. It's saying you one of the saints. You're not out your God.